A very warm welcome to everyone who's listening in on this very special podcast. We are live with Paulo Carballar from Mexico. Uh, Paulo leads, Dinamita Post, an award-winning post-production house in Mexico City, and super excited to have you, Paulo, joining us today.
Hello, everybody. Hello, Atul. Thank you very much for inviting us.
My
I'm
pleasure.
saying us because I represent a lot of people in Dinamita.
Fantastic, fantastic. And again, Paulo, good evening to you. I know it's late in the evening for you, but this is prime time for post production, as you said it.
Yeah, yeah. It's with sometimes we tend to work a little bit late in post production.
Of course, you do. Perfect. So, Paulo, again, what was fascinating to hear some of the story that you talked about, especially the last, I would say, last year, 2 years have been pretty exciting for you. The Grammy and then the Emmy. Maybe that's a great place to start. Tell us more about those two projects and those two awards.
Well, yeah. The Emmy was on 2019 with
2019.
this project called El Vato.
Uh-huh.
That Yeah, that one was a very nice project. We were doing, and at the time we were doing actually the second season of Cuervos with Netflix, and that was also nominated for the Emmy. So we were going against us on the on
Amazing.
that, and yeah, I have here the
Aha.
award.
Fantastic. That is amazing. That
Yeah,
is
this one
what a
is.
proud moment that must be, Paulo, for you and your team. That is
Yes,
amazing.
we're very proud of them. We did it for Universal. It's 2018 actually,
Got it.
and then that one was made for with Universal, and we work for Endemol Shine,
Okay,
where they were the studio,
that's right.
the production house. So it was a very rewarded project. Besides that, the recognition, the fact that we work very tight with the production since the pre-production.
Hmm.
So we were able to test our methodology that we like to call lean post production, which is a way to work in a very specific workflow to try all the time to be lean in
Hmm.
order to give more space for the artistic process.
Interesting.
That is the where the magic is done when the humans are looking for new things or trying to what we see us as a company that knows how to enhance the emotions that our clients are looking for or that what they
Understood.
want to transmit. We
Right.
have the experience and the sensitivity as an artist, but also the technology to and so we turn that into a workflow and that's what we tried that there in El Vato and it was very successful. And then we won this in 2022.
Aha.
They give
That's the
us
Grammy.
the Grammy. Yeah, this
Wow.
one is a project called Fandango at the Wall in New York. The album I recommend it. It's
Uh-huh.
uh it's an album that came out from a documentary produced by Carlos Santana and Quincy Jones and Kabir Segal that fall into our hands.
That is
And
amazing. Wow.
yeah,
Was
yeah,
the project coordinated from Hollywood?
Yeah, Kabir, the producer, we met him. He meets my brother, who is an editor who lives in LA,
Okay.
and so they start talking. And since the project, it's a project about son jarocho, which is a specific kind of music from the state of Veracruz in Mexico, uh, where they play at the border. They made a concert, a party that is called a Fandango, and
Okay.
the orchestra from the Afro Latin Jazz Band came there to participate in that event. So about that documentary, then later on the Soneros Jarochos, the Mexican musicians, went to New York and they did this amazing concert that is the album about. So since we were involved mixing the music for the documentary. So when they decided to make the album, it was a natural thing to decide that we just finish and mastering and do it for the album. And well,
The Grammy.
it received the award, and we were very honored to participate.
That's amazing. Again, congratulations to your team. I know this was in 22, but every time there's an award of that stature, it's such a proud moment of achievement. So
Yes, yes, you feel very honored, and your team realize their actual value. You know, it's something like when you are on the outside being an artist and looking to those guys who wants the Grammy, you always says, well, okay, it's not the only good one, no?
right, right.
But the recognition of the industry of your
Yes,
work is very
yes,
important to keep going. It's just
that's right.
that. It's the fact that yes, this guy is a Grammy winner, no, and it's
Yeah,
working with me, and we collaborate with a lot of people here in Mexico, and it's not that strange nowadays. Suddenly, being working with a guy who wants an Oscar or was nominated for at least, no. So it's important for you as an artist and as a company. For a company is
yes,
very very big for
that's
to
right.
try to achieve your plans and everything you're trying to achieve.
I can totally imagine, and Apollo, even in our business, we get asked by a lot of our customers on the streaming side, the production house side, saying, tell us who the best companies in this country are for post production, or for animation, or for VFX, or for, and when you are trying to look for best companies, what is the definition of best? And one of the determinants is, of course, awards. Best could also be which what projects have they worked on, and best could also be a function of which companies do they work with. But one of the things is awards. So I totally agree and understand that it is one of those very proud badges to wear proudly
Yeah.
on the chest. and
Yes.
and
Yes.
and absolutely.
Yes. It
So
is. It's something to to brag about.
yes, yes, yes. In this industry, that is critical, especially to determine really good work, right? So
Yeah. But
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 Paulo, uh,
yeah. Tell
sorry,
me.
I'm just meaning to ask you, just also a little bit about the journey for Dinamita. How did it start? And how's it been? I know that for the industry, the last 3 or 4 years have been pretty rough, and especially COVID, and then the 22 there was a little bit of a slowdown, especially in the US. And then 23 was the strikes, and there was another slowdown. So just having a company and continuing to do good work is always very, very tough in this situation. How's this journey been?
Well, it's been as they say, a hell of a ride. So
Yes.
it's a roller coaster sometimes. We we have 10 years on the industry. We opened on 2004 14, and we actually were the first post production house to make a show for Netflix outside the US.
Wow.
So that was an amazing experience, and a very if someone can tell you how these guys took risks, it's us,
Wow.
because when they came to Mexico to look for a post production house to do Cuervos, that was doing for by Gas Alasraki, uh, the big post production houses were made, or were they were structured to attend the commercial clients, the publicity, and
Ah,
it was very expensive. If you remember, you used to pay by hour, very high
that's
rates,
right. That's right.
and in Mexico, nobody wants to well, but nobody knows. But the transition from film to digital was very slow, especially in the state of the art. But we came from we were working there on commercials and publicity at the end of the 90s, and
Okay.
I was blown up by the new technologies and by Apple ProRes. When Apple ProRes came out, and Ari, the day Ari
Hmm.
adds Apple ProRes, and in a movie I was working, uh, suddenly the production couldn't have I don't remember the name. Yeah, so then I was working in at that time for Canal 11, which is a channel of a university in Mexico, and we were doing TV series with Red,
Hmm.
and I designed a lean post production way to do it. As Red, I didn't invent it. I am an early adopter.
Right.
So
Right.
I knew how to do it. We used to have my partners and I, the same partners I have with Dinamita. We used to have
Okay.
another company in the late 90s and start of 2000s, doing post production digital, everything
Okay.
digital with computers and with new targets, and adopting everything out of this was taken out as combustion, and edit,
Right.
and doing our own post production house when nobody was doing that. We
Right.
did some amazing projects in that company. We did a Mana DVD. Mana, the Mexican band, the
That's right.
biggest
That's
band
right.
in
Yeah.
Mexico. They came to us and worked with
Wow.
us like
Huh.
2 or 3 months back in the day. I mean, I'm talking about early 2000s,
Wow.
and then I moved to LA. I do a couple of movies there with my brother, and then some guys. Fernando Sariñana was the director of the Channel 11, and he's a cinema director, and he was thinking about wanting to do this kind of TV. So I have the experience, and I was starting my company. I was trying to start Dinamita when Gas called me, and I told him, yes, I know how you should film this way, and we have to post produce it this way, and Paulo, you think you can pass all the Netflix QC?
Hmm.
I'm sure we can pass them, no? So we went into a very amazing journey with the engineers from Netflix, and
Wow.
at that time there was no one in international,
Wow.
so we went by ourselves. But the lucky part was that the workflow I present to them was exactly the same workflow they were using in House of Cards,
Hmm.
because House of Cards was being shot at the Apple ProRes. So um, I was there.
Wow.
I told them we're using Apple ProRes, we're using this. I'm, I'm I'm doing the color correction in color, and I'm buying with these black magic cards, and I'm doing it this way, and everybody was going crazy, you know.
Wow.
But the budget was very tight.
Right.
Yes, it's Netflix, but the budget was very tight for the time. I mean,
Yes,
for the
totally.
way the other guys was thinking. Not for me. For me, it was
Still okay.
a miracle, you know.
That's right. And then working with Netflix, I mean, that early on, right?
Yes, and then we manage. We find a way to do it, and we get a lot of help from everyone in the industry, and well, the show was a big hit international,
Right.
and you know the story. And
Yep.
then we did four seasons. So we
Wow.
were so into Cuervos, not doing anything else but El Vato. And El Vato wants an Emmy. So it was an amazing time.
Wow.
And then Netflix come to Mexico, rules change. Uh, then come the pandemic, things slow down.
Right.
Um, we have to make us smaller to
Right.
go through. Since we already prior to pandemic, we were experimenting and trying to convince the studios to let us work remotely.
Ah,
Not only Netflix, but we were trying to convince foreign studios
right.
to work with them. Actually, I was the general manager of Stargate Studios when they opened in Mexico. So
Okay.
I put together a team of talented artists. And so I was telling you then after the pandemic things gone slow down. But in 22 we have an amazing year, and I start well trying to keep up, and from 21 we start an R&D department
Right.
to learn what this thing with virtual production is.
Aha.
So I'm very happy to tell you that we have just opened a new company that is called Ignea Studios, that
Hmm.
it's going to be doing virtual production. We have spent more than 2 years on R&D and
Wow.
doing the alliance you need to do to proper present international something that you can compete, and we
Wow.
are very excited about it.
That's
So
fantastic. Wow.
yeah,
Congratulations. That's amazing. And what's the plan for that particular company now in the next few months?
well, we are opening now to the public. We are legally conformed as a company, since we are well, not many companies, like four companies going
Okay.
together to we have partnered with uh, is IP9, is IP9 Studios in español and Spanish. They are a big studio. They have several sound stages, big sound stages. I think they are the second biggest in Mexico,
Wow.
and we partner with other companies, TV media, and everybody is being so cooperative, and there's a community of people trying to do virtual production, that everybody is sharing information on how we are doing it, and the challenges you face about the computers, and besides that,
Hmm.
we partner with some universities,
Okay.
and we made a studio regarding how much green emissions we saved. We saved when you film in virtual production instead of filming traditional way,
Nice. Yeah.
and it's very exciting. We're very excited about the the results. So the
Wow.
plan is to start giving services international, but
Okay.
we are in the process of, we are still, as always, in this field you're always learning. There's always new things, there's always new possibilities, but this one is an amazing thing for us because
Wow.
being in post-production, my partner is a director. He was a director from, his father is a cinema director, and then he has directed a lot, and we have done a tons of VFX.
Hmm.
So we know the language. We know the
Right. Right.
we know the set. My partner knows the set and knows how to work with directors. And the post production people now are in the pre production, you know, and that's how one of our mantras for all the time. We always say post production start on pre production. That's where we can add value, well, all the time, but at the beginning of the project we can add a lot of value for the producer because we have some certain knowledge
Hmm.
that it's going to impact all your production, all your processes, not one, all of them. The
Right.
kind of I mean, the quality of your sensor, how much it's going to determine. It's not going to be the only thing, obviously,
Right. Right. Right.
but it's going to impact on how many lights the photographer needs to use to light some
Wow.
scene, you know. So if you are in a very tight production, you might wanna talk about that and do a lot
Right.
of
Right.
some tests to see if you are getting into it. Other thing that it's going us crazy, it's this pre-visualization work with working with Unreal and start working on previs
Okay.
is so amazing for the producers, not for us, but for the producers. The amount of the tons of information they have, and the directors, the freedom they have to see what they are thinking, but then uh, turns that turning that into a plan to film
Hmm.
is it's amazing
Wow.
in terms of money, of efficiency, so we are
Absolutely.
very 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 excited about that, and because for the response we've been having from our clients. So
And that relationship is with Unreal. You also have a very interesting relationship with Dolby as well, right? Dolby.
well, yeah, we have a Dolby Vision on the side of Image with
Right.
um, and also we have Dolby Atmos
That's right.
on certified both. We were
Right.
spending money on investing on the new technologies that came about the HDR, the new monitors of this big Sony monitor that is very expensive, and changing our 5.1 to an Atmos studio,
Right.
and investing on the computers and video cards for the to full the LED screens,
Right. Right.
So, and then the the, the slowest of the industry on 23. So
Yes.
that was hard. That was
That was
hard.
hard. Yeah.
But I think things are going to, as you were saying, at
Yes.
least in our company, we are having more work this year. We've been
Nice.
lucky to still doing international projects. That was
Nice.
one of our goals. We are
Okay.
now working with Carlos Bolado in a movie called Killing of a Nation.
Okay.
That it's an international movie, and we're very excited about.
And I was
And
curious about um, music videos, documentaries, TV ads, movies, TV series. Within this entire sort of band of different content types, uh, which are the most sort of critical projects for you to get? Is it TV series? Is that more stable, or is it
yeah, yes, we might say what we do most is TV series
TV series? Okay.
for platforms,
Uh-huh.
Netflix, Amazon, and so HBO.
Okay.
And but we love cinema.
Right.
We do love cinema, and we came from commercials, so our friends are there, and we have to do that.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
We
Fantastic.
are from there, so and documentary, it's been a thing that it has been going back. We have finished the new documentary for this director, which did the Fandango the whole thing. That is
Right.
called Janice Ian. Breaking the Silence is the name of the new
Hmm.
documentary. The director is Barda Bar Carr. That's another one we were working, and
Nice.
also we are working on another movie called Midnight in the Orange Grove with Andrew Troy, also a producer from LA, and we are still working here with what we do all the time. We have
Fantastic.
we are starting a couple of TV series with
Okay.
Máquina Vega, which is the new company of Gas Alarraqui.
Ah, interesting. So that's quite a spread, and a lot of diverse set of projects. That's
Yes,
awesome.
yes,
That's great.
we're happy about that, and
Apollo, one question which I had was that when you say international, what are the key markets? Do you have like a top three markets, top couple of markets that are most crucial for international work?
obviously United States because
Of
it's the
course.
biggest, and we are close from them.
Right.
Um, I also would say maybe Spain because
Yes. Of course.
how much they have grown, and I might say maybe Colombia
Okay.
because
Hmm.
they have grown so much, and they have very some tax incentives that we
That's
are
right. That's
trying
right.
to copy here.
Right. Yes.
Because it's very important for us. That conversation is very important. We are very happy that Canacine, that is the chamber of cinema in Mexico, has take that flag for our sector post production, because
Right.
everybody's talking about tax incentives on cinema,
Yes.
but there is tax incentives in the world that are about post production and VFX, and that wasn't on the table. So now we are happy that with the new government, it seems like there's good relationship between the chamber and the and they. So, and we are very close from the process also. So we have
Nice.
very uh, high expectations about it, because we
Right.
know also the community. It's a good time. Yeah, it's a good time for because some of the owners in Mexico of post production houses are people like my age, like myself, like we were not entrepreneurs. We were post production people. We were
Right.
editors. My partner now is Paco Guerrero. This guy I've been telling you. He's editing Killing of a Nation with
Okay.
Carlos Volado, because that way we stay close from what we love to do, and
That's right.
from our clients, and the the guys who work with us feel closest to it. So it's very nice to have sometimes the time to
Right.
participate on the creative processes that we all love so much. you
Amazing.
know?
I mean, by the way, I mean, just since we are talking about all the things that you love, you said musician. What do you play?
Yeah, I play the bass. I used to be
Oh,
a rock musician professional back in the day,
nice.
and my other of our partners, it's called David Melchor, because we in Dinamita are a one-stop shop. We can
Right.
give you all the times everything about post-production. We have a specialist, and we do that. Our if you ask me, you were asking me about our main thing is to do that, to give you
Okay.
all the processes, all the everything on post production. You have in one place. You have everything coordinated. You have centralized. So
And
in the music and audio, the guy who directs that is David Melchor. He's a musician. He's actually a rock musician, and he has composed some of the iconic music we used to play. I play in another band, and he used to play there. My brother is an editor. He edited actually Amores Perros.
oh my God. Huh.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. Luis, my brother edited Amores Perros. So and then moved to LA because of the success, and he has been there for I don't know 25 years maybe. And
Nice.
he is our guy who runs Dinamita LA that we are trying to open. So that's why we have these projects from LA.
Aha. That is
That's
amazing. That's
that's the
amazing. And
connection.
that's the connection. And then it's fascinating. I mean, Paulo, what you mentioned also about the fact that you love editing, and that continues to be a passion. I was actually curious. Are you seeing very rapid changes in some of the tools and technologies in the
Yes.
last few years?
Oh yes, it's amazing. It's sometimes it's scary, you know.
Yes. Yes.
And besides what people is doing by themselves, oh man, it's amazing. We since we were born like the this kid that doesn't want to work in the big company because he knows that there's the technology achievable to do that in terms of quality.
Right. Right.
We because I'm not an engineer, but I love to know what's going on behind. You
Right.
know,
Right. Right.
what's the quality of my pixel?
Right. Right.
What is there? How many bits we have, and why? Why this thing? I'm why this is better? Why I'm? I don't know what you felt the first time you saw an image on HDR. I
Right.
was like, oh my god, what's
Yes.
that?
Yes.
No, and now it's on your face all the time. It's
That's right.
amazing. It's
It is. It is.
amazing. It's an amazing place to be. That it's always changing, you know. And nowadays with the this thing that we tend to call artificial intelligence that we like to call
Of
it.
course. Of course.
It's amazing how it's been getting integrated into the softwares we use in our daily work.
Right.
So we always are trying. We are always on the edge of technology. Always.
Nice.
That's
Yes.
something that it's post production. I mean, everyone in post is like that. In
That's right.
VFX, you are always finding new things to do
That's right.
to do. It's funny because what we are doing now it's the this reality, you know.
Right.
This some at the beginning it was like, oh well, uh, everybody everybody was thinking and in Mexico is something that it's been very slow to change the people's mind, thinking that the use of VFX is for science fiction, you know, and it's not. It's to
That's right.
enhance your production and give you more production value that you no way are going to spend
Right.
in big scenarios and you name it. No,
That's
there's
right. That's
tons
right.
of things to do, and with this generative AI and with everything that is happening on Unreal. I
Right.
mean, Unreal is amazing. This The fact that we are now rendering on GPU, the fact that we have this amazing Unreal and the others that are around,
That's right.
the generative
Yes.
AI and how it reacts and how you can change your environment and put it there on the LED screen, or even so without the LED screens, doing ICB effects uh, in real time, or the how do you say the cap when you capture in 3D.
Motion capture,
No, no. Well, yeah, motion capture is amazing, but besides the yeah
photogrammetry,
Photogrammetry.
photogrammetry, and then
That's
you
right.
took photogrammetry that is your actual space and you put it into the Unreal, and then you are in your 3D world and you can shoot from wherever you want, and
Right.
the, the creative freedom that gives you these kind of things, it's amazing, and we don't know where it's going. I mean, it's
Yes. Yes.
by
Yes.
now at this time it's really something that you say, whoa, whoa, whoa. No, it's
Right.
how we use it in our world, but
Right.
because our world is a world where the client is inventing everything all the time, and we have to figure it out how we can achieve what they want.
That's right.
So it's
That's right.
very uh, it's always a challenge.
That's right. That's right. I actually interviewed someone from a AI company that does, now beginning to do VFX with using AI. And again, some of those are early tools, and they're still getting evolving. They're still
Yes.
improving. Right.
Yeah, well, last year in SIGGRAPH was amazing. The thing
Right.
that for which many companies are now doing, it's
Right.
amazing. We in this R&D process, we have getting close to Vicon, to Moses,
Hmm.
to Kinoflow, to a lot of companies, not precisely AI, but there's a lot of things. the, I mean the kids, not the kids, but the guys that are our artists that are doing that surprise us all the time. We can do this thing and we can do this other thing, and now see, uh, the grass is growing. You know.
That's right. That's right.
So,
That's right.
okay, you
Fascinating.
want grass there? Okay, let's have grass, and then move the. And you are like, what? Really, you can do that? Yes, and then it's on the LED screen. You know,
Right.
is
Right.
that part is really exciting.
That's
Obviously,
right.
it's to do it at the level the industry needs requires pre-production, requires uh, a lot of work. I mean,
Yes.
but
Yes.
it's worth it. It's worth it
It
in
is.
terms of money, what
Right.
everyone cares about, but
Hmm.
it's worth it in terms of energy efficiency. That it's very important. have to.
And also, I mean, in a way, I think in some cases there could be time efficiencies, productivity, right? It might speed up things as
Oh
well.
yes, yes. Speed up things. Once you're ready to shoot,
Yes,
you go very fast because you don't have any more obstacles.
yes, yes,
Everything is for you as you wanted. Reality becomes your partner. I mean, all of us has been trying to shoot at the dawn, at magic hour between 5:30 to 7, and
right,
that how many hours you have. No, you can have that light
right,
all the day. No, or if you are shooting with children, and you have night scenes, you don't
yeah,
have to film at night. And then for example, the what people ask us more
uh-huh.
now, that it's something that they need, and it's not a so big challenge for their mindset, is running shots for virtual production. You know, that's is it's something they have realized is better to do on stage, control,
Right.
uh, actual, giving the actors the space to
Hmm.
act. No,
Right,
that's very, very, very important. The
right.
the human emotion. All we do, all we do is to give more space to the human creativity, the human emotion. What we do when we are editing, no, you are going for the moment where your actor feels it.
Hmm.
So there's no rules about it. There's nothing like you have to do that and this and this. Yes, they are there, and if you
Yes,
go by the rules, you are going to get faster,
right.
because it's the experience. Speaking generally, rules have an experience of the people that does that.
Yes.
No, especially in arts. And then you can go have the rules, go there and say, "Oh, it's not working."
Yes. Yes. And
No,
then
and
look,
then
they
you
have
have
to
to find
evolve.
a way.
Right, right. That's right.
That's happened a lot in editing and in every part of post production, because the you're editing and there's a picture locked, and then you go to the audio, and
Right.
with the meticulosity, I don't know if that's a word, where how with how they work with the audio.
Yes.
It's something I didn't realize when I was editing, and then they have to go ADR because the microphone has a sounder,
Problem.
or
Yes.
maybe they can clean it with an AI, or like, suddenly the AI is doing that some parts of that very well, but it's not like, oh, send it to the AI, because it doesn't work for everything. No, but
Right.
the software you use for that, it now has the tool,
Hmm.
so things are changing. You don't know
That's right.
where it's going to stop.
That's right. That's right. That's
But
right.
it's very, very
Fascinating.
exciting. It's very
It
exciting.
is. It is. And
It's a world of details.
it is. It's evolving very, very rapidly, very quickly, in our industry. Paulo, one. So, as I'm listening to you, some of the key qualities of these are also coming out. And I wanted to confirm with you, is this how you present to your customers, saying award winning, always on the top of technology, R&D, right? Great reputation, ability to work with, ads and, TV series and movies, as well as documentaries, music videos, perhaps. So are these the key benefits that you talk about, or what are the other key benefits that you present?
Yeah,
when
I
you
think those are the main key benefits we talk about.
okay,
The other thing we what we how we work, it's about ethics.
ethics,
It's that's the main reason for the what leads, what center everything, because you are looking for a way to do it, but always giving the best to the project and the best to the client. And uh, in this society, many times that means making the producer saves money.
right, 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 and
They like that, they love that.
yes,
And you have to do that, to think of it,
uh-huh.
but it's not the only thing you have to be worrying about, because the main thing is the emotions.
Yes,
The second main thing is quality.
yes,
So, but they
yes,
go so mixed. No,
right.
that's the what we are sure we can give to our clients. It's that we work in the best way possible. We balance the artistry with
That's right.
technology and experience.
Paulo, I was also curious. Is there also a balancing act between customers in the United States? You mentioned United States, Spain, and Colombia, and of course, you have some local customers in Mexico as well.
Yes, it's our main
That's
market.
your
I
main
mean,
market.
I would say maybe this year it's the best year or where we have growing our international relationships, but most of the time it's been 80% Mexico. You
So,
know.
I wanted to also understand that the styles of different countries and customers is also different, right? Netflix has a very different style. You work with Prime, and they have a very different style. Some of the customers in Mexico would have a very different style. Is there a balancing act to also adjust to Netflix's style vis-a-vis, let's say local customers and their style would be very different? Is that a balancing act that your team also does really well?
Yes, it's more different in the cinema world,
Okay,
especially in independent movies. You know,
okay,
but because you platforms tend to go in certain, they are trying to achieve the most successful program every time they do something, and that sometimes execs uh, choose certain kind of projects for a certain amount of time until there's a project that it's not what they are doing, that it's very very popular, and then everybody's trying to do a
right.
show like that.
That's
That's
right.
something that it's something you live in cycles when you have been in the industry for 30 years.
For many many years. That's right,
But
and that comes with experience. Yes.
yes, but um, Netflix has this. I think they found this intelligent way to approach to the local industries, you know,
Okay.
and then they are
Well, they
open.
adjust. They make adjustments for
Yes,
local conditions, maybe. Right.
yes, I think that's part
Okay.
of their success.
That is interesting.
We experienced that with Cuervos, you know.
Right.
For
Right.
example, technology was changing, and then at the second season,
Hmm.
this new format called IMF that now it's almost everyone is using for mastering. Sorry. um, we couldn't at that time. They told us You can deliver IMF with DaVinci, and DaVinci that year puts out their technology to export IMF, and we say to the people of Netflix, the engineers, "Oh, hey guys, there's new thing. We can do it with what we already have. Why we don't make a test?" And they allowed us to make the test, and we passed the
Nice,
QC, and then
nice,
we start delivering IMFs on season two of Cuervos uh, with DaVinci Resolve, and that goes worldwide. I
wow,
mean, it's something. It's not because us, but it's something that you see you can do it, and that's
Mm,
why I was telling you we don't see new technologies or the new kids on the block as our competitors or something that
right,
is bad for the industry. Industry is
right,
going to be changing all the time, but uh, being honest, who you're gonna go to your big project? You're not go- You cannot go to an independent guy in his bedroom.
right,
You can go. You can hire that guy if he is in a system that is going to respond for you, and we take care of these new guys. I mean, we in
right,
trying to make them come into the industry. I think
right,
is there's a lot of possibilities. There's a lot of possibilities, and for us, doing community
right,
is the most important thing. What we are
right,
trying to achieve is to present Mexico as a front, unified front that works on the one workflow, that works
okay,
on the only one parameters, the top ones, and that we can give services international, and
right,
because not forgetting about our local production, because our local production is top of the game.
fantastic,
That's what we want to show. We are top of the game, and we can work top of the game. We can get better, eh,
right,
but we have that, and there's a lot of talent in Mexico. There's a constant immigration of VFX artists to Canada.
right.
Just you hire a guy, he stays with you 2 3 years, and then he goes to MPC.
That is fascinating,
it's
fascinating.
it's been it's fascinating, but it's hard for
It's
us
yes,
because we
because
lost a
you have
lot
to
of
keep
talent.
training new people. Right, right.
Yes, but since that has happened for a long time, now we have a bunch of friends, a lot of friends that
Yes,
has the
yes.
experience to work in Marvel shows, in Disney shows, in big shows all over the world, and we are
Right,
gathering that experience to to the new generations here. We have been working on this Mexican VFX alliance uh,
nice.
to and we are trying to put the pieces together. So making community is
Okay,
what we think is best for everyone. Is Obviously you see for your company and you have your own goals, but then you realize that you are not going to achieve your goals if you don't work as an industry. You see, so
absolutely, absolutely. No, I again, I totally understand. That part. One of the things, Paulo, that we've seen is that the last 6 months we've been observing so many markets and countries increase the tax incentives for to attract new business.
yes,
We've actually seen Asian countries do that. We've seen, of course, Latin American companies do that. We've seen European countries do that.
Spain was amazing.
Spain was amazing, right?
People from Mexico is going to film to Spain.
Wow,
What in the world? I mean, how?
incredible,
For the
incredible.
the incentives. I have lost shows,
Hmm.
Mexican shows that goes to do the post production in Colombia because the
Whoa.
incentives there. So
Wow. Ecuador, was it Ecuador or there was a couple of other countries? Sorry, we've actually seen so many countries suddenly update their tax incentives and increase the incentives. So I think there is a lot of competition suddenly. So I mean, the Vitrina prediction is that we are going to see a lot of increase in business, but also a lot of competition
yes,
between local industries trying to pull projects from one country to the other.
yes, but you have to be strong locally.
Yes,
We have
absolutely.
in Mexico one of the biggest uh, cinema companies of the world, Cinepolis. They have
Yes,
cinemas all over the
massive.
place,
That's
and
right.
I was talking with the CEO, and he was telling me, what countries were the first one to recover from pandemia for us? And one of the amazing names that came up was República Dominicana,
Huh.
because people from Dominicana sees movies from República Dominicana.
Wow.
So they uh, also and then they move to this big example that is India.
Right.
And they have a lot of local productions being successful in their local environments. So
Yes.
we have to work also in our local community
Right.
because that's the only where cultural assets are produced, and
That's
that's
right.
very important. That's something you shouldn't lose your sight about it. I love
Yes.
working for Netflix. I love working for LA. I mean, I love it. I love it because you
Yes.
are state of the art.
Yes.
You want to work there, you want to be there, but you have to go for the independent movie of this guy of 26 years that has this
Yes.
amazing script and comes to your company and says, I don't have enough money, but do you think there's a way to do it?
Yes.
And you fall in love and go again
Yes.
and again. And the CFO is always angry because you choose those projects, but you have to go. You have to do it. It's amazing. It's part of what we do. What we do. I mean,
Yes.
the
Yes.
this passion for the art and this passion for making meaningful and touchy hearts. If you
Yes.
are an artist and you get touched by movies and by books and by music, and you choose the way you realize the way you think has to do with this. That makes sense to be in this industry.
That's true.
To it may sound now naive, but we have to give something to the world and to be better and to the communities and to there's a lot of things to do better to get. I mean, eh, not being in political things, but it's
That's right.
it's it's related. It's there. It's making community here, do work locally, and then grow it and share it. And I think it's going very well. For example, in this R&D on virtual production, it's been amazing how people from different parts of the world gets into these Discord rooms and
Right.
share things that your in the 90s they would call that
Industrial
secrets,
secrets.
industrial secrets.
Yes. Yes.
And now you found out something, and you call your friends and say, "Hey, see what
We should do
we
this.
can do now." So that's
That's right.
very rewarded for everyone involved, and that's
That's right. That's
why
right.
it's going fast.
Yes. Yes. You know, I mean, we listed down all the key aspects of Dinamita, including the awards and the R&D and the technology and the talent, and the strength from the local industry. But one of the things, Paulo, that clearly comes across in speaking with you is that this company also has a heart, and just the love for the arts and love for the craft of post production and VFX and so on. I mean, this has been a real pleasure to sort of speak with you and to really understand how the company has evolved and continues to sort of progress forward. Just my last question, Paulo, this evening for you is really in terms of how is the year progressing for you in 2024? What are the most exciting projects that are coming out? If maybe you could talk a little bit about that, that'd be great for our sort of community and listeners to know what to expect from the year from Dinamita.
Well, as I was saying, we are very, very happy about working with Carlos Volado in Killing of a Nation,
That's right.
and the other project of Janice and
Breaking
with
Silence.
Barabar, Breaking Silence, Janice Ian.
Right.
We are also editing a American Colombian movie that is called Veneers.
Ah,
Uh, El Niñero
nice.
Dos, which is the Manny Dos for Netflix. That was a very big success internationally. It
Right.
was on the top 10 on more than 30 countries for some time.
Okay.
And in Mexico was very, very, for a very long time. And we are also doing the VFX for an HBO program that is called Ugly. It's in Mexico,
Ah,
in Mexico option.
nice.
Uh, those are the and now we are starting. I'm not sure if I can say about the Amazon project. The name is also. But we are
Mm,
starting a project with Máquina Vega on Amazon.
Okay.
Two
Wow.
projects, one in Amazon and one in VIX. VIX is the this platform
Yes.
that is from
That's right.
Univision and
Mix.
is getting very big.
Wow, that is amazing.
Yeah,
I
that's
mean,
what we
you
are.
just mentioned all the top companies, in this part of the world. That's amazing. That is
Yeah, it's getting better. The year has been uh, growing for us. Yes, and the fact
the,
that we are doing cinema, it's also making us very very happy. Uh, the team is very happy with it.
fabulous, fabulous. Paulo, I know this is very late your time, but you actually the from the first minute to the last minute, there is no there is no decrease in your passion when you speak about your work, about your business.
I
This
told
is
you, yeah.
this has been a really fun and very educative conversation. I know it's going to be a great year for Dinamita just listening to you. But again, I'm sure that as people within the Vitrina business community listen to you speak about your business and your work, you will get a host of new inquiries, and we wish you all the very best for the remainder of the year for a great 2024.
Thank you, Atul. Really, really appreciate about this invitation and to talk about everything we're doing is just amazing to share and to always to learn and listen to people.
Fantastic. Thank you so much for being here on Vitrina today.
Thank you, Atul. We'll be in touch. Thank you,
Absolutely.
everyone.